evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Virtual Sim League Season 12. We were at Las Vegas last week, and we now head to the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka as the drivers make their way around a very technical circuit. My name is Jess Ball, and I'm not alone this week. Joining me once again, we have got Rando. Rando, how you doing?
Grand, we're here in Suzuka. We'll be here in a couple weeks in real life for F1 because it's actually the fourth round this year, so we get an early taste for the potential action we'll have in real life here in Suzuka in one of the most famous tracks on the calendar, one of the most technically difficult tracks, and one of the most difficult to overtake also. So the 18-minute qualifying session we're about to see will be crucial for the race, so make sure to pay attention to qualifying, because lots of people don't pay attention to qualifying here, but this will be a good occasion to pay attention because this could dictate the grid, and well, it will dictate the grid, it could dictate the finishing order also.
Yes, and we have seen people that haven't qualified as well, maybe not do as well in the race, but we've seen people do the opposite as well. But last week, Finley redeemed himself after round 4, because round 4 he got a disqualification for being a naughty boy under the safety car. But he actually followed the rules this time, and he got the win. He also got 2 additional points there as well. And plenty of other drivers have done well in terms of getting some decent points. Nick finished second in that race as well. And we have, I'm just trying to see who else has got some decent points as well. We had Det that scored well as well in the Ferrari. Both Ferraris scoring quite decently, but there has been a few penalties lying about. So Finley currently leads the way on 78 points. Leroy in second on 73. We've got Nick in third on 68. Glock in fourth on 55. Then we've got Excite, JP, Lakitu, 3 Knights, Lewis, Craig and Matt Ryan. And then we've got Det, Yoham, Kev, Kieran, Stephen, JTX, Ahmed, Waitsy, Mata and Judy Shed. Those are the standards you can see on screen. And constructors look like this. We've got Ferrari, McLaren, Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri, Haas, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Red Bull, Williams and Alpine in that order. So Ferrari and McLaren, they're looking quite close between the two of them. Same with Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri. It's probably the closest Constructors' Championship I've ever seen in a league.
Possibly. It's a nice sunny day here in Suzuka, unless your name is Glock, who was pulling a Ferrari 2018, I believe it was, when they tossed on the inters when the track was bone dry in Suzuka. So he's clearly looking to apply for the Ferrari strategy job here at the moment.
Yeah, so for some people, they're going on the intermediate tyres just to get a bit of a feel for the track and make sure their setup is working and stuff like that. But they have enough tyres to go for qualifying, but I know Glock's going for the try-hard approach, which, to be honest, could kind of be a good thing. Could that surely suggest what's going to happen in the race? We'll have to wait and see. Now, first Japanese Grand Prix race was quite a while back. It was built, this track, Suzuka, in 1962, and then Suzuka was finally placed on the calendar back in 1987. Quite a few elevation changes, which makes Suzuka such a demanding track. You got the S's, where you go downhill to the long first bend. You got the infamous 130R, of course. Lots of circuit changes over the last 30 years. There was a chicane that was added in 1983 to slow cars down in the final corner, because otherwise there could be chaos. The Degner curve was also made into 2 corners, so as you know, it's obviously known as Degner 1 and Degner 2. And that was pretty much it in terms of the changes so far. Who's the first man out on track
Lewis
on the softs? Lewis is out there on track on the soft tyres through Degner 2, as I just said that. And I didn't see his sector 1, but he heads through the hairpin now. You've got to take a very tight line going through there as well, but some people like to take the outside when they're overtaking. One of the corners, I think we will see quite a few overtakes tonight.
Yeah, you kind of have to be bold with overtaking here in Suzuka. There's only one DRS zone, and that's into turn 1. It's not particularly long, and it is difficult to get a move into turn 1. You're more likely going to see them into the hairpin or the chicane, or if someone is thinking that Fernando Alonso in 2005, maybe this corner right here, 130R. But if you try that, we've seen IRL people try that, and they will end up over the catch fence. that happened in Super Formula last year. Someone went over the catch fence while trying to overtake in 130R. Fortunately, this is online, so there's no risk of, you know, that happening, but it's still ill-advised to try overtakes in 130R. I've seen some hilarious things happen when people try overtakes in 130R. So don't try it unless you're Fernando Alonso in 2005.
Yeah, don't do that, because it could be frustrating and you could...
Oh, Finley's had a spin at Dunlop.
Oh, who's that, sorry?
Finley, I went on board for him. He went wide in the corner onto the grass and just spun out.
And he's invalidated his lap as well. So he's going to definitely go into the pit lane. We got Steven on a lap. Ahmed's on a lap as well, warming their tyres up. And Glock, by the way, goes on a time which is quite fast on an intermediate tyre. So I would expect to see him have a very rapid lap on the soft. But Ahmed goes up to the line now. In his Williams, though, he's not going up to the line now because he's going into the pits. So he wasn't happy with that lap. Steven in the McLaren, who's second in the standings, 131.057. He can go quicker. So that is it there for most of the flying run. So it's Caspar there on top with a 127.101. Kieran in second with a 127.574. And Leroy in third with a 127.717. 126s maybe, potentially. You're on mute if you're trying to speak. Now, looks like his mic has died because I can't hear him.
Oh, no, I just wanted to get water.
You just want to get water. Sorry, I should have checked Discord. I'm an idiot like that, you see. I should check Discord more often.
No worries. I was just dying of the thirst, and I don't want to die on comms. That would be very ill-advised.
No, don't do that, obviously. I advise all people that want to be commentators, make sure you take plenty of drinks, because otherwise your voice will die, and you just, yeah. So, Caspar there on top. I'm going to ask the same question that I was trying to ask you earlier. Do you think we could get 126s with this being Caspar already been in the 127 ones?
Oh, 126. Pole will be a 126.7.
All right. Glock. What's happened there?
Did he have quality bad? No, he retired in pits.
He retired in the pit. Hold on. Let me check the stewards results because.
Does he think he's Kimi Räikkönen in 2005 now?
I'm just trying to have a look. He does not have a quali ban, I don't think.
So he's trying to do a Kimi Räikkönen in 2005.
Yes, pretty much. So you want to start at the back, which, to be fair around Suzuka, it is not too bad, obviously.
Yeah, Glock confirming he is trying to be Kimi Räikkönen in 2005. They go from the back to the win.
Good for him. Good for him. I like that. He has won from the back before, so it's not impossible for him because he's a quick driver anyway as well. So
yeah, but there's loads of tracks where if you want to do a last first, I would advise Suzuka would be near the bottom of the list of tracks I devised.
Monza, I would say start at the back. Austria, not Imola, definitely not
Brazil.
Imola. Oh yeah, Brazil's a good one as well.
Brazil, Belgium would be my top suggestions.
Belgium's quite good. I'm not good at overtaking around Belgium, so I wouldn't advise Belgium for me personally. But anyway, Kev then, he's on a run. Wasn't here the last few weeks, but he's here this week, of course. His last result, he got 4 points in Jeddah. Looking to score more than that as he exits the Casio Triangle. Lovely corner, as he's going to set 128.201. So that was it. Finley's on another run, actually, and he came across the line in second earlier on. We got Indigo that was racing for the first time. He was meant to be commentating alongside me last week, but unfortunately he had a last-minute commitment, which he couldn't miss. But he is racing in the cockpit tonight. Who knows, we may see him in the commentary box soon, maybe next season. But for now, he's joining us on track. Now, I don't know what his pace is like, but it's good to have a new driver in the league, of course, Indigo, as he's about to start his lap very soon. But yeah, welcome to the league. Everyone else is pretty much been here before. JTX is a reserve, obviously. So he's on a lap now, going towards the Degner.
Yeah, JTX full grid tonight also, so that makes Glock's decision of trying to last the first even more bizarre. But each to their own is what I'll suggest. But I'll be very impressed if he got on the podium, to say the least. JTX, I think his car went slightly airborne for Spoon, whatever way he has it set up, and whatever way he hit the curve. His car did go slightly airborne, so not sure why that's happened, but it's happened. It's come to the last section of course, the Casio Triangle. Navigate to well, just to run down to the hill, keep yourself close to the wall. Now he's going to open the corner up actually, and it's a 28.5.
There are quite a few drivers in the 128 already then, so that is interesting. We've got, I think, Deck. Yeah, it is Deck, who is going on a run now. Got his best result in the tier 1.
Second.
Yeah, Yarm's got himself second, but what could Deck do? Ninth, not too bad. He's looking to get, I think, a decent result tonight as well. But to be fair, there was quite a lot of retirements last time out in Las Vegas. But still, him getting where he did was not just luck, but you obviously have to have skill around Las Vegas track in order to finish it around it. JP's on a run as well. And he's got, I think, his teammate behind him as well. People can give a tow around 130R if you wanted to. And JP, what did JP... I can't remember where JP's finished last week. He scored 13 points, so he got a decent result. But at the moment, he's provisionally P3.
Okay,
well,
so that answers the question of Indigo's pace.
Well, and it answered our question on can we get someone in the 126s, and the answer to that is yes.
Okay, so don't know why this guy wanted to do commentary. He's clearly rapid. He probably wanted to give everyone else a chance for 1 week before he showed his true potential. He's a reserve
driver though, so his main priority is reserving. He only commentates as last resort.
Oh, has he? Oh. Anyway, well, he is quite rapid. Fitting he's in the Red Bull then, if he's very rapid.
Shame reserves don't score points for constructors, because otherwise Red Bull will be having potentially a good night tonight. One driver that's looking to up McLaren's constructors is Nick. He was meant to change his PSN name, but PSN decided to do PSN Bings and not change his PSN name, so it's still his current PSN name, which is very annoying for him because he spent, I think, I can't remember how much it cost to change your PSN name, about 8 or 9 quid or something, so he's probably wasted about a bit of money.
Fiver, I think.
A fiver. Oh, it's gone down, okay. So 27.4 for Nick. Yeah, it's still quite a lot of money just to change your PSN. You do get one for free though. I haven't even changed mine, so if I was to change it, I wouldn't have to pay for it unless I do it a second time, which doesn't happen. Nick's teammate Steven is on a run now for a 130R, and you use quite a lot of battery on your lap already, so it could be a PvP rating. And quite a few people in the grass. Yeah, so that's gonna put a bit of marble in your tire, and Steven goes into the pit lane, and that is his next run over. Julie showing the other Red Bull is on a lap now.
Is he? Oh, he is. Oh. Bit up at his first time. I think it is first run on medium, so not surprised. The entire track has a yellow flag on it, apparently.
Not for me.
Oh, well, that's great for me. Well, we need a restart. I'm just thinking of, the typical glitches this game has. It's just a sign of things to come.
Everything's fine for me. So but hopefully it'll fix itself for you later on.
Here he goes. So Yuli Show up by a second. He could throw himself possibly in the top 6 if he gets a good run for the Casio Triangle. Let's see what he does now. last corner, tight to the wall. Lovely stuff. 7th, just outside the top 6.
Yeah.
Time for one more run, I believe. Yeah, he should have time for one more run.
He's got 4 minutes left, and the lap is pretty short, so yeah, you'll have time to go to the pits for that one. Joham's going out very early for his run, so he won't have time to go out again if he messes his lap up. But he's currently 4th at the moment. Johan currently 12th in the standings. He's not had the best of season. He's only scored 15 points in round 2, which was his best result. 6 points in round 3, which was Monaco. I know that. And he had a DNF in round 4, and he did not show up in round 5. So probably lower than he's expected. He's on 21 points at the moment. But he is, I know he's quick, and he can bounce himself back up, hopefully, in Japan as he enters the hairpin section now and in towards Spoon Curb. Looks like a decent improvement for Johan in that Williams car. But we'll see what he does.
He was actually down.
Oh, he was down. Okay, so he's down a little bit.
400 still.
By 400. So, he lost a little bit of time through Spoon. So what's it going to be? What's the set to 2 time? It's going to be a 1-0 something.
Oh, yeah.
I had a feeling he lost a bit of time. It was Spoon where he lost a bit of time too. So, yeah, I think if I was him, I would go into the pits right now and try and do another. Yeah, he is. He's following my lead. Thank you.
Oh, Casper spun. And that's going to be it for him. Unless he's got enough fuel to go again. He won't have time to get on the pits and out again. He needs to go on the next lap if he has fuel, which he doesn't. So that is that for Casper.
Yeah, so
did the same thing that I think was it Finley did earlier.
Yeah, Finley had a bit of a moment too.
A bit of understeer for Dunlop, touch the grass, and that will just send you into a spin. But fortunately in this game you do not get beached in the gravel, which is a thing I would actually like to see added in the future. That you can actually beat your car in the gravel.
I wouldn't. But again, it adds a bit of realism into the game, of course.
It can be something you can turn off, like.
Oh yeah, so you want it to lobby host to have an option where
you get beached.
That is a good idea, actually, and then it caters for everyone else's needs. So if your league likes it, then use it. If your league doesn't like it, don't use it. Simple as. So. Lakita in 2nd at the moment. He's just started his.
Indico's coming for Spoon on his last run.
Yep, he is. I thought Lakita was on the run, but I think he's gonna go on a banker. Casper is retiring, unsurprisingly. So he's gonna. And
Indigo's gonna put in the 126.7s, I believe, which is what I said would be pole.
Oh, that was perfect. Perfect Casio triangle entry. He's going to take the shortest run to the line possible. What's it going to be for Indigo? Wow. I wonder what Glock would have done if he did qualifying. Glock, if you're in the chat, what's your PB in qualifying around Japan?
Not to say, mine is a 127.5.
My best time in default setups are 129 something, 7. My best with a setup is a 128.7.
The default setups in this game are atrocious.
They are awful. I did a 35% race around Japan. Even though I won the thing by 20 seconds, default setup was just awful. As Leroy, he's heading through, but there could be a few people on runs first. So Excite's about to start his run.
The queues here in.
We could get illegal blocking for the first time. Oh no. I hope we don't. Please don't. We didn't get illegal blocking in Monaco around Monday, which was great to see in another league.
I mean, I've only really seen illegal blocking in PSGL. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't see it in other leagues, to be honest. But we didn't get. I didn't get it in PSGL on Monday, which was I was celebrating like mad. Anyway, Leroy came across the line in 5th. And Indigo's probably going. Yeah, Indigo's going in the pit lane. J Pedro.
Slight improvement. It will give him a couple positions. Actually, he might get ahead of Casper here.
Oh.
See what he does. Last corner. Keep it tight to the wall. Bit of DRS, and he does.
Third.
JTX is right in the pits. The key to has invalidated, so that should be that for pole, you'd imagine. Unless someone comes up with...
Baden improves. Steven's 4/10 up.
Almost 3/10 up.
Yarham's 3/10 up, so let's keep an eye on Yarham as Philly goes P2.
See Yarham, off some DRS, 26.7.
Few more people in the 126s then. The Keto.
And that
is invalid, so that is it. That is it, I think, unless Waze could do any better. Yeah, Waze has lost it.
Is valid.
Yeah, so yeah, that is it for qualifying with the debutant of Indigo on pole position.
Yeah, nice job on debut, is all I'll say.
I have to say, it's always hard to impress on debut as Waze cuts the Casio Triangle chicane. I'm going to pretend I did not see that, but it's always nice to impress on debut. Yarham doing well. Finlay, out the majority of his championship contenders, he's ahead of them on the grid. Obviously, Glock has opted to start at the back anyway. So we will go through your results then in qualifying. Indigo on pole with Yarham in second, Finlay third, the Key2 fourth, JP fifth, Kieran sixth, Casper seventh, Leroy eighth, GD Show ninth, Nick 10th. Then we got Waze, Kev, Excite, JTX, Lewis Craig, Speed Item, Dak, Stephen, and Glock did set a lap time. And he's not starting last, actually. It's Ahmed that's starting last because he set a time which, well, he didn't get a valid lap in because he had a moment in quali. So that is your qualifying order. Any surprises?
Indigo pole, I guess it's a surprise.
I think I wasn't sure what to expect as well. 26.4 was Glock's PB time.
So he says, oh, it'd be 1/10 better off. Right.
So that would have been quite close if Glock did a qualifying time, which makes, I think, Indigo's time very, very impressive as well. Yarham impressed as well. Maybe a redemption for him. There was a few people that was expected to be higher, for example, the likes of
Nick probably should have been higher.
Yeah, Nick probably should have been higher. Leroy too. But there's a few people. There's a few tracks which were a bit more survival led, as it were, than the last couple of rounds, like Jeddah and Las Vegas, where we had quite a few safety cars, of course. But it is quite sunny in Japan right now. No threat of rain for the time being. And Japan, like Randy was saying earlier, has been moved to the start of the season. I believe is it after
April.
Australia or before or after
round 4,
China?
pretty sure. It's pretty sure it's round 4.
So it's after Australia then. Yeah, it is after Australia. 7th of April.
Yeah, is it a triple header between Australia, Japan, and China, or
No. We got Japan. So we got I think it's a week break between Australia and Japan, and 2-week break between Japan and China.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it is on the calendar.
2-week break.
No clue. Don't ask me. And I don't get why we're going from China to Miami to Imola. It's weird, but I have reasons why they think that, but I'm not going to say that on stream in fear of me getting cancelled. So yeah, make sure you leave us a like on this video, hit that subscribe button at VSL_F1 on X and Instagram. Also follow us at VSL_Rally on Twitter to find out about our latest rally season. Round 1 has just started, so make sure you check us out. Follow us on Twitter as well. I'm at JessGames95, and I think we'll plug yours again later on, but we'll plug it now. What is your Twitter and Instagram handles?
It's just Rando IE, not Randoe, Rando IE, as in Ireland, where I am from.
Yes, but you're not going to be in Ireland for very long for a while, aren't you? You're going to be moving.
In Germany. Do I have to change it to Rando DE then?
Well, that's one thing you can change for free. You can change X names. I believe.
Yeah. I'm too lazy to change it.
Well, you were born in Ireland, so just maybe keep it as that, because otherwise they're going to think you're German. If you put Rando DE. Anyway, 5 red lights, over to you. And
so I drive here. Hopefully no safety car, and there's no safety car, so we are away in Imola. There's some slow gears in the back. Finley is free wide into turn 1 between Yarm, Indigo and Finley. Yarm sticks it out to take the lead. Finley and Indigo still fighting for this. Indigo on the medium, so he's going to struggle, so he's dropped down to third. All clean at the start. I think a couple people looking like they had a minor contact, but nothing major, so we're all clean at the moment, going for the S's section. Yarm, he was on the medium, so great start for Yarm to take the lead while on the mediums. We've had a spinner in the background. It's a Haas. It's J. Pedro, who's around in Dunlop. As Yarm goes deep off the Degna, and Finley's into the lead. Is Yarm going to try and fight this back into the hairpin? No, he's not. Lakitu's looking like he's going to try and find a way through, potentially, on the racier tyres, as they run down to Spoon for the first time. 3 different leaders we've had in this race already, and we're only halfway through the first lap. Run down through the back straight for the first time. A few drivers going a bit wide in the background, but doesn't look like anyone's majorly compromised there. Running down to 130R for the first time. I don't think anyone's going to try it this lap, and then not. But Lakita's looking very racy, and Finley's had a poor exit. Is Yarm going to send one into the Castor Triangle? No, he doesn't. So we finished the first lap now with Finley leading from Yarm and Indigo, as we have Leroy pitting in the background. He must have had damage. Might have got caught in with J. Pedro. They would have been close to each other on the grid, so that might explain the spin. There's a few in the pits, actually. Ahmed, Pete, and Deck all in the pits. Deck's a tactical pit stop, though. I believe that was tactical from him, so very interested to see that. J. Pedro in the pits with wing damage also, so 5 pitting on the first lap. Finley almost has a second lead already.
Yes, indeed. So let me make a note down of these pit stops. So...
Oh yeah, 2 pit stop rule.
Yes, we do. So we've got Leroy as a Speed Knighton and Ahmed hang a battle in the background. All the pitters are hanging a battle in the background. That is quite cool, actually. Ahmed, Deck, and J. Pedro, who had a bit of an issue as well. There we go. I've noted down all the pitters. So they've done 1 stop. Don't forget, I only count if it's under green, the 2 stops, and you can put under VSC, but you can't put under safety car or red flag, otherwise it won't count. Glock's already made his way up to 8th, so he's on a mad one. He has the pace around it, which is not that surprising. He's exciting. Judy showing having a fight in the background as well.
No, I'm excited pitting.
Oh, no, excited pitting. So we got Glock and Nick side by side. Glock on the inside into turn 1.
Oh, you Philly's lost it!
Billy's lost it and dropped it. Same place as John Lacey did in 96, I believe.
I wouldn't remember that because I was -7 years old, unfortunately.
I was 1, but I remember watching on VHS when I was little. So, Finley is our championship lead. Is going to lose some crucial points at this stage. Yeah, Kieran's was there tonight. He's doing well in 4th spot in that AlphaTauri. Haven't talked about him much, I'm sorry. But he's on the medium tyres, and he's probably going to play it a bit patient for now as he tries to close in on the front 3.
Yeah, so that's changed the complexion of this race anyway. Gonna have a catch up as Glock is up to 6th.
Glock is up to 6th already, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my.
Okay, Kimi Räikkönen.
It looks
Nikita's
like
gonna try it into 130R. He's done it. He's stuck in 130R on Indigo. Jeez, we're having flashbacks to 2005 here. I was 2 back then, but I've seen many clips of that race. Let's see, here he goes. Nikita's going to go for the lead right now. DRS on board the Alfa Romeo, and he's taking the lead. And Casper and Kieran fighting. Casper's up to 4th, but Nikita now into the lead. So we've had 4 different leaders in 4 laps already. One of the leaders, though, unfortunately, is in the pits right now, replacing the front wing.
Yeah, that's Finley, of course, who did a bottle, I have to say, a huge bottle. But at least he's got his first stop out the way, and if we get any safety cars, then he will be back into this one. And I can't remember the likelihood of safety cars in this race.
Outside of lap 1, they're very rare.
Yeah, I remember commentating on, I think it was the first round of PSGL last season, and I don't think we got any. I
think got 1 because got 2. The first one was due to someone thinking they could overtake at Spoon, and then there was another one at the restart through the S's, if I remember right. But yeah, outside of lap 1, it's very hard to cause a safety car. You need to have a major spin in the S's because the runoff tends to either be gravel or uphill, so it's hard to actually crash out. Degness, you can crash out if you miss your braking point massively.
Kieran and Glock having a battle side by side into turn number 1. Glock trying to make quite a lot of moves. Kieran trying to defend from the moves. And Kieran stays in 5th.
Yeah, so this is where the power's going to come for Glock. He's now in the train, so he's not going to get the DRS overtakes. He's going to have to go for the more unorthodox moves into the likes of the hairpin or 130R. So he's going to have to be more brave. Of course, there is a major undercut chance for him, but the issue on that is that there's so many people who've pitted, there's a good chance he's going to come out in traffic. Now, out of those that pitted, there's not too many close to each other, so he could find himself a nice gap, possibly have 1 car to overtake, which should hopefully not be too much of an issue for him. But actually, let's see time wise. So right now, Glock, he'd come out between Leroy and Excite, I think. So he need to clear Excite definitely, because Excite's got a ways with him, so he just won't get stuck in a mini train.
Yes, I think you do not want to pit when there's traffic around here, because obviously it is a track that is hard to overtake and you'll be held up too much. So you got to time your pit stops perfectly, knowing that you would come out in traffic, which could be hard to do if you don't know the gaps, of course.
Nikita's in.
Nikita is in for his first stop, so he's gone.
Oh, he spawned down! Locked the rear on entrance.
How did he save that?
Because he had the line, so reset the car.
Alright, okay. Nikita and Julie Show have just come in, by the way.
Nikita coming in, drifting, stalls. Yeah, I was like thinking this. So you got to try this in the S's. He will need to make sure he has the will written up if he's trying that move.
Yes.
Which hopefully I am a high recipient of that.
Honestly, most of the time if I have a
Casper's on the grass.
Casper's on the grass. He's got a bit of marble in his tyres as well, and that Glock says, "Thank you very much, I will pass you."
Yeah, Dunlop is just such a difficult corner, because if you have the tiniest bit of understeer, you're going on the grass, which is going to disrupt you massively. Lucky not to spin. They usually spin when you go wide off Dunlop, so he did well to catch the car there and only lose 2 places there. Needs to regroup it though. It'll take a few corners to clean off those tires. But as long as he's just stuck behind these lads, it won't cause him too much issues. And just see when the next round of pit stops happen here, because there will be undercutting happening here. Seeing like Lakitu, he cleared Leroy. He's put himself in a beautiful gap actually. He has a 10-second gap. He cleared all those that pitted already, so he didn't get undercut by anyone. Yuli Show stuck behind Leroy. Needs to clear him quickly in order to not have his race affected. Glock's in now.
And so is Nick. So Glock and Nick into the pit lane on the end of lap 6.
Six.
So they come in, and I thought I saw someone else come in as well, but it was just Steven and JTX moving up. So Glock on mediums, Nick on the hardcore
it's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight coming out the pit lane. There comes Lakitu. Lakitu comes out ahead of Nick.
Keep ahead of Leroy, which it does.
He is. So he's ahead of Glock now by quite a bit, almost a second.
Lakitu was leading, so Glock's main issue was getting ahead of Leroy there, which he did. But now it puts him a second off the net lead effectively.
Which is still impressive after starting 19th.
Yeah, I guess he's putting 2005 Kimi Räikkönen to shame right now if he takes the lead in a couple laps time.
Where did Kimi Räikkönen finish in 2005? After starting
he won the race.
Pardon?
He won.
He won the race.
Yeah, last lap overtake on Fisichella.
Wow. I'm definitely going to watch that race back on F1 TV Access. You can't get
Fisichella did the greatest bottle of all time.
Yeah, it wasn't his bottle,
when
actually.
He was a second, but Fisichella was defending him while he was about a second behind. No one knows why.
You can't get F1 TV Pro in the UK because Sky is Sky, unfortunately. Johan is in.
No, but you still have access to the old races.
Yeah, we still have access to the old races. The only difference between F1 TV Access and F1 TV Pro is with F1 TV Access you can't access the current season. You have to wait until the following year to do
races.
So. Yeah, so you can't access live races. That's correct. So
I use Now.
I used to use Now.
I guess I watch a lot of sports, so it's actually worth it for me.
Yeah, I do watch a bit of sports as well. I watch a bit on TNT Sports as well, but not as much on Sky Sports. Only Sky Sports F1. But in order to get Sky Sports F1, you have to get all the Sky Sports channels, which is
yeah.
a bit annoying because if I was to pick which Sky Sports channel to have and reduce my money, I would just go for F1 and TNT and then don't have to pay for the rest. But Sky's not like that. Anyway, getting back on track, Indigo now moves to the race lead on track. He's going to lose a bit of time to the undercut. Casper deciding to stay out on those soft tyres, so he thinks he can nurse him a little bit for a bit longer.
It's surely going to be in soon. I know safety car threat is massive here. As I say that, there's a yellow flag. I think
JP's out of the race. Can we get a safety car?
Oh, it's right on track, actually.
All right, so no safety car. I think Casper saw the
track,
yellow flag. Casper and Indigo saw the yellow flag and was like, pit. Smart move.
Yeah, I thought I think he spun at the Degnas. I assumed he crashed at the Degnas, but no, he retired the track.
I don't think you meant to be retiring on track, so I think the stewards could be investigating that a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely saw his dot moving. His dot was at the second Degna and then it ended up under the bridge, so... Especially without a safety car coming from that.
To be fair, I thought we were going to get a safety car. But anyway, JTX... Oh, did Steven? Oh, Steven came in just then as well, so that was end of lap 8.
Yes, Steven, Casper, and Indigo came in. Glock is pushing Lakitu around. Lakitu has a penalty, and Glock's going to go for it at the hairpin round the outside. Lakitu's going to fight him on the traction. There's a lap difference in these tyres, and he's still going to fight through 220R down the hill into Spoon, still wheel to wheel. Lakitu has that inside line, and he's going to keep the position for now, but is there going to be a slipstream down into 120R? Yarm is getting involved in this also. There's 5 cars within a second of each other almost. Running down to 130R, and Glock's going to defend this time as Yarm's going to try round the outside of 130R. And they make contact. He's gone off the track. So he's going to keep behind. Glock sent it into Casio Triangle. Somehow they haven't touched. Running down the hill now. They very close to being spun around there, but Glock's got the lead here. As this car was all over the place, Yarum, he's going to look for the lead. Oh, I don't know what's happening here right now. Yarum's back down, moved the lead. He's got the fin from Lakitu now. Into turn 1, running down to the S's. Yarum's still behind Lakitu. Jeez, everything was happening there. There's 5 cars within a second here, and this is for the lead, effectively.
Yes,
but
that
Glock's
is
now
for
moving
the
away.
lead. Lewis Craig has just come in whilst we were watching that. Whilst we were watching that battle unfold. That was so intense. They kept it on the road. And the squabbling is going to allow Judy Show and Nick to be getting up in this train as well. Judy Show is almost in this train. So bring it on. And we've got another yellow flag. That is Finley. That's at the moment. That is Finley. But he's got the car.
Former race leader. And it's not looked like that since.
What is your net race leader at the moment? And he's got the fresh rubber.
As down the inside, Spoon goes Indigo and Yarm. Yarm went slightly deep in the Spoon and Indigo went. That is an easy position for me. Thank you very much, sir. But Yarm has some obsession with 130 yards. He's going to try and move there again. No, he's just too far back to try it this time around.
Yeah, a bit too further back than expected. Kieran, our race leader, he's coming in.
JTX is in.
He is going to lose a lot of time. JTX is in as well.
So Kev is the only one that hasn't pitted yet.
That's correct.
This Kieran's just coming off out to the back of this. So Kieran's definitely a factor in this. Going longer, but he's kept himself within touching distance of this leading battle.
Kieran's in 7th, yeah. So his pit stop wasn't that bad than I was expecting, which is good to see.
Yes, meanwhile, Indigo's got ahead of Lakitu into Dunlop, I think.
That was very, very brave from Indigo.
I'm assuming Lakitu went wide there. There's no way that move was done into Dunlop.
I think that was the corner where they must have won wide, yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming Lakitu just went wide and got the grass, and Indigo took advantage of it. So Indigo's going to be going after Glock for the lead right now. Kev is on the field also. I just noticed that. Is he the only one on the field? And this track is... No, Dex on the field also. This track is an absolute fuel guzzler. So you'll need to stay the cars as Kieran's going down the inside of Casper to 130. He's gone before the corner. So he's making his mark right now as JTX's Casper sending it into Casper Triangle. He's forced Kieran wide. Kieran's gave the position there, but will there be exchanges over that? We'll see as Indigo's taking the lead.
And Kev has done his first stop. So that's everyone that's done their stops now in this race, but they've still got one more to go. And Leroy Hasselager is doing his second. He was the first one last week. He got his second stops out the way very quickly last week. And Ahmed as well. Ahmed's doing his second stop. So that is pretty much Leroy and Ahmed. Both did their stops at lap 1 and lap 11.
Indigo's pulling away. He's already got a second on Glock. 2 lap fresher tires, but a way better battery than Glock. He's using it to his avail to pull out of that 1 second gap. The Lakitu's looking like a cork in the bottle right now at this stage, especially after that 3 second time penalty. That's going to hurt him towards the end of the race, so it's not effectively for position at the moment he's fighting for. He's got cars queuing up behind him who want to be fighting Glock for that track position, for that second, potentially first place. Yeah. Yarm's pushing Lakitu through 130R. So here comes Kieran. Let's back out of that. They're gonna run down. Oh, no, Yarm's pitting. I thought he had a mistake there. So Yarm gets pit number 2 out of the way. And Kieran's gaining down the inside of turn 1. And he is up into turn. Clears Lakitu. Now he's gonna have to use that fresh soft to catch up to Glock and potentially Indigo. before it starts to wear out.
So yes, Yarham getting his second stop done and dusted.
Oh, this is going to be key for Yarham. He's going to need to clear this massive train. He needs to be ahead of Nick, and he has. So that could be big for his race. He's just got JTX, which he needs to clear quickly. He can't afford to get caught up in that train behind him, though.
Nope. He can't afford so.
Caught up.
It will kill their race if they do that. So they've got to get a move on somehow. Kieran's probably had the race of his life so far. Him pitting quite later on compared to everyone has helped him to no end. He's on salt and he just about avoided that. That was very tight. He's losing a bit of time, but he's right on the back of him still. And that's allowing Indigo to be like, you keep squabbling. I'll take the lead and keep it for as long as I could. But couldn't get the move into 130R, but Glock could try and defend from into the Castillo, which he is. Let's watch Kieran with his DRS, because there's only one DRS around this circuit. So Kieran is going to try and launch an attack on those softs. And he's gone. The
traction difference there. He got him before the DRS effectively.
Yes.
Casper's moved up to 4th. So how quick can Kieran catch up to Indigo? But a bit of impatience there for Kieran trying to move into Spoon. That could have gone horribly wrong there, and he could have spun himself out or spun Glock out, and that would have been a penalty for him going for the move there. A few more pitters just to open up the field a bit. Deck. See about that. Kieran's definitely going to try to get as much use out of these softs as he can. I'm trying to remember what people started on to have an idea of what they'll pit onto. Expected a few softs to come out for the last ditch effort on the softs. Very few hardwares, which isn't surprising given the nature of the strategy here. As okay, he went wide and that's giving him a penalty. Went wide on Dunlop, so let's put him back into the clutches of Glock, and it's double blunder for him as he got a 3-second time penalty for that, and you can just see for the exit of the Degness how much his tires are hurting him now with that mistake. Let's just push him back into Glock. Let's open up the lead more for Indigo. So he just gets to control the race from his perspective now. He can react to those pitting. So he can just go long and wait for those to pit and react to them, because he's no longer in an undercut threat right now.
Yes, there are a few people that are getting quite close to that, and the longer they leave it, the longer where it could hinder them a little bit. As Speed Knighton getting past Wade, who I believe is not in the lobby anymore, so he is past the AI of Wade up into P16. Don't forget, Kev made his stop quite recently.
Julie Show's on the pits.
Julie Show, second stop on lap 15. So he comes out. Nick doing pretty decently on the hards as well. He's in 6th at the moment on the road. But bearing in mind he still needs to stop. Julie Show goes on to set up the medium compounder tyres as well. Some people would want to potentially stretch it out to go on to the softs later on in this race. Some people would want to go for the mediums if they're potentially stuck in traffic or get a bit of damage. Stephen is in as well. So Stephen, next person to make his stop. Someone's gone off. That was Yarham. Yarham had a bit of got marbles on his side, and he was in the gravel.
That's ruined his chances now.
Definitely.
Tried an undercut for the lead, and that's ruined his chances going wide there. He fortunately didn't lose enough time to get stuck behind the massive train Finley is conducting right now. Unfortunately, Ulisho is in that train. So that's ruined his chance also. He's got the strategy wrong with his pit. Got stuck behind Ulisho as Leroy and JCX going wheel to wheel for 220R. I think Leroy overtook him there. Lakitu's making his second pit stop, and he's giving himself a 5-second penalty. So 8 seconds in total for Lakitu. Okay, so he's definitely not wanting a safety car now then.
No, because he's on 8 seconds at the moment. Probably the most out of anybody. And it's hard to get a time penalty around here. So, yeah, things are not going well.
It's not... The Degnas are definitely easy to pick up pens at. That's...
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can consistently pick up pens at Degnas, like both of them. So it's not the most difficult one. It's especially since you need to take that corner quickly. Otherwise, just compromising yourself. No, it's not the most difficult. It's not Monaco or Baku level of... Actually, Monaco you can... It's not Baku level of time penalties where if you're getting a time penalty in Baku... There's some questions that need to be asked if you get a time penalty in Baku.
Monaco, you could get it in the tunnel and in the swimming pool.
Yeah. Swimming pool, yeah, that's why I quickly check. Or Sandavot if you're
Lakitu's past Kev, and I think Yaha's going to try and do the exact same thing into past the spoon. No, not spoon. Past the hairpin.
220R.
220R, that's it. I never knew it was called that corner, so I've learnt something new every day, Rando.
Yeah, I only know. I knew it was something R, and then I only learned why it's 130R and 220R. It's the degree of the corner.
Very nice. Very nice. Ahmed's got a penalty. Kieran is in. So he's done a unconventional strategy, but we'll see if it works. The undercut could help some drivers and could help not. So this is the man that we want to watch for now, Lakitu. And he's got Yarham with him as well. Where's Kieran out on track?
Kieran's cleared them.
Kieran's way ahead.
Yeah, so I think Kieran pitted to avoid getting caught in that battle between Yarham and Lakitu.
And for those of you that are wondering, those are the ones who still yet to make their second stops. No safety cars so far. So that makes the mandatory stops this week a lot easier to track. Wages AI is coming.
Wages AI knows the rules.
Yeah, at least that's the case now. We got the like of... Wait, did Finley come in and do 2 stop? Where did Finley pit? What was the second lap? I can't remember.
Well, he just pitted there.
Oh, you just pitted that. Okay, so that was end of lap 17. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was another driver I missed. So it was Nick.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tire ages here, so... Oh,
Nick,
the front three are all in.
Oh, the front three are in. I was about to say. So
Front four are all in.
Front four all in, so want to follow each other, it seems. We've got Indigo. Hold on, let's go on board with Kieran once again, as he's got a bit of a train forming. So Indigo, Glock, Nick and Casper, as
it's going to be close.
They go ahead, it's going to be tight.
But Kieran and Lakitu are now, and Yarham are all in between Indigo, Glock, and Casper.
Wow.
Interesting. So, yeah, despite Yarham's mistake, he's still well in this battle, especially at the moment he's on for second due to penalties. Lakitu's going to be dropping massively here. He could be dropping out of the top 7 at this rate.
Where did Lakitu pit?
He put it 2 laps ago, got a 5-second penalty.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I have been forgetting to check these stops, which is very annoying. As Glockbait makes his way past Yarham.
Indigo's he's lost positions to Kieran and Lakitu. He's cold tires or a mistake, potentially out the hairpin.
Oh
but
my goodness!
Goes Lakitu. That's definitely opened up the race here. It's pushed Indigo, who had a 2-second lead, back into Glock. And of course, this is Ned. They both have penalties. He's going to try it. He's going to try it into 130 yard. He's done it. They cash it up to Lewis, who needs to pit again. Is Lewis going to stay out? Just cause some bother? Nope, he's pitting.
Lewis Craig is in. I believe I think Kev will be the last person to come in and do his mandatory stop.
Like he did with the first one. Fair play. But right now, Indigo. Oh, there goes Lakitu, and there goes Glock.
So those two, actually, yeah, Glock. Well, I think it was Lakitu that I saw have a moment.
Yeah, Lakitu. Yeah, Glock went through past him.
But we have got more pitters, and Kev being one of them. So Kev, it's on his team mandatory there and then. So everyone has completed their mandatory stops. Woohoo! And JTX is on his third.
Must got damage.
Yes. Oh no, it was his second stop. My bad. It was his second stop.
Oh.
Shows how much I've been paying attention for stops. But now Kieran, the race leader. Indigo and P2. Glot in third. This can go down either way. As Glot right on the gearbox hit the spoon curve. This could be very intriguing as Finley picks up a 3-second time penalty. His race is definitely over, but the race is not over for these three. Who's going to have the upper hand here as we got Glock trying to send it up down the inside of Indigo.
Oh, the contact!
They make a bit of contact through Casio. Glock's going to probably lose our position here to Lakitu. Lakitu's penalty is not going to phase him whatsoever. Glock is clearly the quickest driver on track, but he can't get past. Indigo passes Kieran. Indigo is into the race lead.
Yeah, they did lock wheels there into Casio Triangle. Glock went for an advantageous round the outside move into Casio Triangle, which I think the last time that was attempted was 1989, and that ended up deciding a championship. So it's ill-advised to try that move around the outside.
Yeah, do not try that move, because especially with if there's a championship on the line. That was why Waze was having an issue. Waze didn't Ethernet wire just got disconnected.
Easily done, easily done. I can't say I've never done that myself, so it's easily done.
I think we've all done it, to be honest. Where
especially if you have poor cable management, like myself.
I have poor cable management too, probably worse than you. So, in particular with USBs at times. When you leave them on the floor and you don't realise that your chair's sat on them or something like... Oh! And that fuse blown out as well. Ouch. That's just bad luck. Indigo's now pulling away on soft tyres. Yeah, I called an electrician
over that.
Yeah. Indigo's pulling quite away. We've got a mixture of strategies, by the way. Indigo on softs. We've got Kieran on mediums. Glock on softs. Lakitu on mediums, Casper on softs, Yaham on 9-lap on mediums. We've got a mixture of strategies here. Leroy's on 10-lap old hards, Nick's on 3-lap old softs, Julie Show's on 6-lap old mediums, Lewis Craig's on 2-lap old softs as well. I'm liking that all three tyres are coming into play here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too keen on the hard strategy though, especially to end the race. But each to their own, I guess, but I would... Oh! Glock went into the back of Kieran. Glock had to back out of that. Does he have damage? I doubt it. He did hit him square on. Kieran looking out to be spun there, being hit at that position. But that's just giving Indigo a bigger gap to work with, which is definitely playing into his advantage. As Casper has just been dropped completely and Yarham from this battle. I don't know how that's happened.
Yeah, but I think they're going to end up 5th and 6th. I know Casper, he would probably take a P5, but he was running up there near the front anyway.
It'll be P4 at the moment with Lakita's penalty. At the moment, Lakita will drop to 7th, I think, just. As here comes Glock for P2.
Oh, Dick's out the race! Oh, we're going to get the safety car!
Is he returning the track also? No, he's definitely crashed.
Wait.
I think Burmeister took the day.
I'm going to check something. Is safety car on?
I mean...
Safety car's off!
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who hosts the lobby? I didn't even pay attention on who hosts the lobby, but they forgot to turn safety car on! Which is probably a good thing for us, but...
I mean, that would have been the only safety car, but I also
that would have explained why JP crashed down there with no safety car.
JP's wouldn't be a safety car because he retired on track. I think it might be too late for a safety car. Also, potentially lap 23 or 27. You need 2 laps. No, you probably could have had a safety car, but I don't think anyone will complain about that, especially if you're Kieran or Lakita.
I think if you're Kieran and Lakita, you would want hardly any safety cars.
No, so that might be good for them. As Kieran is thinking of a repass, Glock needs to close his gap down quickly. He's only got 4 laps left. He's going to lap his teammate, who's a ghost right now.
He is going to get DRS from his teammate.
And he's giving him DRS. But Kieran's absolutely flying here. Kieran's repassed. Contact.
That was, I think, very close to a race-ending incident.
Surprises me no damage. Is damage on? I assume it is. Oh no, it definitely is because we've had a few wing damages. But I'm surprised that wasn't wing damage for Glock, because he was hit straight on the side of the end plate, which usually is automatic damage.
We did have people have some issues in qualifying, remember?
Yeah, there was definitely some damage early on. Just surprised that Glock's got away with that without damage, because he was hit right on the end plate. So he's got lucky there, not getting damaged, but that's probably ended his chances of winning this race. Kieran really going for that move. Yeah, right now Lakita might keep this P4. Whatever's happened to Casper, oh, he's underfueled.
Ah, and he thinks that there's a safety car.
Yeah, he's lifting the ghosting massive now, so that explains why Casper's just completely dropped off. He was banking on a safety car.
Yeah, could be a few complaints for people that are under fuel, thinking there could be a safety car.
Yes, Glock's repassed Kieran. Lakita might be getting involved in this also. He's gonna look for he's oh my god, he's gonna get both of them. More contact for Glock into turn 1, this time from Lakita, but Lakita must have had an incredible exit there, or Glock and Kieran are fighting outside for the exit Casper Triangle, but that's put Lakita into provisionally P2. It will end up being P4 at this given time, but unless he thinks he could get the 3 seconds removed, and I think Finley's had a spin again. But yeah, Indigo looks to have this race in the bag with 3-second lead down the inside in the hairpin. Glock tried it but couldn't get on traction. His soft tires got degrading now. The meters might be better at this race, given the little lap difference between them. We'll have 2 more laps when we cross the line this time. The order looks set for the podium due to the penalties. Looks like it'll be Indigo, Glock, and carrying the key to the top 4. But on track for Pride, we'll see how 2nd through 4th is organised down the inside the Casio triangle. Glock is going to risk it. He doesn't necessarily need to, but he's got it done. And he'll have some DRS, so Kieran's going to try and pass Lakita now, because Lakita is vulnerable without the DRS.
Lakita passed Lakita?
Kieran passed Lakita. But no, we need to park the car well to prevent that move. As Nick is going to try it on Casper.
You can
Turn
tell.
one.
Let's look at Casper's fuel. Casper is.
He's flirting with. He's on it.
He is now on plus by 0.07, I believe.
Yeah, he's on it. Like he probably needs one more big lift, and he should be good. Under this track, absolutely eats fuel.
If it was a track like Monza and Portugal, then a small lift for you would be fine to the end of the race. But
yeah, you don't have big lift zones here, which I think is the issue.
Yes. Whereas in tracks, like if there's really heavy braking zones, there isn't much heavy braking zones around here really.
No.
Apart from the hairpin.
I think the easiest to save fuel is probably China, just to how many braking zones there is there.
Yeah, even though it's a fuel burner, even if it's a fuel burner, if you can save fuel, if you can have good fuel techniques, then it should help you. By the way, we are about to start the final lap of this race.
So yeah, we know the podium order, but what's the track order going to be here? And Indigo's definitely won this race. Yellow flag is second. I think we've had Waze has pulled off to the side.
To let people through, I think.
Yeah.
Nick and Yarham go side by side. Nick to the outside.
Okay, if Nick gets it going here, he's tight with fuel, but if he gets his foot down, he might get Lakitu.
No, he's 8 seconds back.
But Lakitu has an 8-second penalty.
Yeah, he has 8 seconds. Yeah, he has 8 seconds.
So if he gets his foot down, he might just get him. Waze is retired on the last lap.
Understandable.
Just to be classified. He had a plane to catch. Swim was fair enough. But going now through the last few corners, I don't think Lakitu or Kieran are going to go for any moves. Indico is about to get a 4-second gap here potentially. He's running down to 130R for one final time. Yarn's picked up a 3-second penalty by Indigo, who in his debut took a surprise pole, lost the lead into lap 1, but through good effective strategy and good racing, he will cross the line to take a win on debut.
Brilliant.
Indigo has
Glock's got
won.
past Lakitu on road.
Glock will take second. Kieran in third due to Lakita's penalty. I think he's going to keep it.
Yeah, Lakita's going to keep fourth.
Yar's going to drop because Casper takes sixth. Yarm in seventh. Yuvi Show will take eighth. Lewis Craig will finish in ninth. Leroy's early pit strategy rewards him with a 10th position, which I think is not a good day in the office for him. Pete will take 11th.
That's pretty decent for Pete.
12th. 13th for Kev. Finley will not want to remember this. P14. Stephen will cross the line for P15.
And we've got JTX and Ahmed.
I think he's run out of fuel, Ahmed. Yep, he has.
Yep, he has.
So JTX.
So, yeah. Don't forget, you do get points if you get pole position. So Indigo will get a point for pole position. He gets 25 points for winning.
And he was fastest lap.
Did he get fastest lap?
He got fastest lap also, yeah.
So he got maximum points this weekend. Maximum.
As we wait for Ahmed, who is currently going at the speed of
a snail.
Alpine.
Or a snail.
No, I think Alpine.
Okay, Alpine. I will say that. But
it had to be mentioned at least once.
Yeah, true.
There we go.
Especially with the drama that was happening with Alpine management.
Or Alpine in general.
Or Alpine in general, yeah. Glock does get driver of the day. And he did say, Mando, that you would be shocked if he gets a podium.
Yeah, fair play to the lad, I guess.
Honestly, he had the shot of winning as well, but...
Got stuck in some battles.
Yeah, he did get stuck in some battles, to be honest, but we'll run through your order, and then we got a few things to say. Actually, no. You take the running order. It's your last commentary. Let you take the running order.
Okay, so Indigo on debut gets a full house, pole the win and the fastest lap. Glock goes from last to second. Kieran will complete the podium. Lakitu takes fourth due to his penalties. Nick in fifth, Casper in sixth, Yaram in seventh, Yuli Show in eighth, Lewis Craig in ninth, Leroy takes P10, Pete in 11th, Eric Slight 12th, Kev in 13th, Finley is 14th, Stephen is 15th, JTX is 16th, Ahmed ran out of fuel, and we lost Waze, Deck, and J Pedro. And that is that for Suzuka.
Yeah, that was it for Suzuka, of course. Couple of few things to mention as well.
Glock paying tribute to me with his performance.
Pardon?
Glock said he put on a show for my last race. Thank you, Glock. I was very much impressed.
Yeah, you probably, I probably think Glock did that for you, you know.
Dedicated to me, fair play.
Oh, if he did that. But anyway, next week we head to Brazil, the Brazilian Grand Prix, which is a track where if you do want to start at the back, you can start at the back there. But
I suggested it.
Yeah, you did suggest that as well. Then we got Hungary, then we got Singapore, then we got China, Belgium, and Portugal. But as I was saying at the start of the stream, unfortunately, because he's going to be going on to great things.
Fortunately, what? Wait, what?
But yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be Rando's last ever commentary at VSL and in league racing for quite a while because he's moving from Ireland to Germany. Where in Germany, roughly?
Stuttgart.
Ah.
So I'm near Hockenheim if F1 F wants to come back.
Oh my God! I would like Hockenheim to come back again. That will be amazing. But yeah, so Matter did loaded the save and forgot to change the game as the game settings because it loaded typical. But yes, I've got something to show you on stream just to appreciate how great things you've done for VSL. Obviously, you started on the tier 2 side, fielding for tier 1, like you said.
My stream's a bit behind, so
we got. I don't know how long it's gonna be, so I put it up on my screen right now. Hopefully, you guys can see it, but Rando's not gonna see it yet. Thanks to Matt for making this. Wait. Why did it only appear for like a few seconds? Hang on. Why did it only appear for a few seconds? There we go. Got there in the end. I don't know why it only appeared for a few seconds, but yeah, started in tier 2. Filled in.
I got a picture of me at the Spain.
Yeah, filled in when you can in tier 1 when I was absent as well. And just generally a good commentator wherever you go. Obviously, I found you from doing PSGL. You're welcome. And thank you for commentating on all the races as well throughout your time here as well. And we are going to miss you. VSL's going to miss you. And it was a good race to end off your VSL commentary career. Hopefully it won't be the last we hear of you. Hopefully you get to commentate soon if you ever find somewhere time with good internet and all that jazz.
Yeah, fortunately for once there's a race where I am not stressed out afterwards due to the safety cars and incidents. But fortunately we had a clean race today. Clean enough. We might have missed a few incidents. There might have been a few incidents at the back, but we were too focused at the front, fortunately.
Yes, we were.
But if the biggest incident of this race was Waze's immediate need for an electrician, I'll take that as a good ending.
Nice. So, best of luck in Germany, of course. Surely you want to keep up to date with what's going on. You're flying out next week, aren't you? So hopefully you have a safe trip to that part of the world. And yeah, Mata will be joining me for the next. Oh, how many rounds have we got left of the championship? 7, 8, 6. 6 more rounds. So for the final half of the season, Mata will be joining me in the comms box. We're gonna leave it there because we have got stuff to do. So thank you for the last time, Rando, for joining me. Thanks to everyone for joining us as well. Follow Rando on Twitter as well, at RandoIE. I did remember. Follow us on Twitter at VSL_F1. Follow us on Instagram as well with the same. Follow us on the Rally chat account with VSL_Rally. And just basically follow us everywhere. Sign up on Discord. And yeah, for myself and Rando, have a good evening. And myself and Mata will see you next week for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Should be a good one. But take care, everybody, and goodbye.